Welcome to Level Up Laughs, the show where two people with microphones and questionable opinions talk about everything anime and gaming to bring complete chaos. I'm Jack.
And I'm Kieran. Grab a drink, lower your expectations, and let's get into it.
All right, here we go. Final episode week for these three animes, which, wow, a lot fucking happened. Uh, Dr.Stone also ended, which is heartbreaking but also amazing. We'll
God.
get to that in a minute. And by a minute, I mean probably like an hour. But let's start with Nippon. Okay. First off, what do you remember of Nippon? I'm curious to see what you remember.
Of this last episode,
Yeah, season finale.
season finale, I remember they set up the card trap. That actually was
Yes.
admittedly pretty cool when they just
Yes.
threw cards on the Sei army and wiped out
Yes.
majority of the army. Like
The chase scene. Like the scene leading up to that, like the cinematic
yes,
chase scene was beautiful.
yes.
Wow.
I really liked that it was oh what's it?
Yoshitsune.
Yes, I really like that it was him in like that was involved with that scene.
Yeah, he was yeah.
Mm, that was really good. They killed thousands of Sei troops.
Way
Um,
more than that. More. Way more.
way more. I'm yeah, like but I want to say like what was it like 20,000?
It was definitely in the tens of thousands.
Yes, between 20 and
Killed
40.
out. Yeah, killed everyone and captured fucking Oga.
Yes, yes,
Which I can't believe Say fell for that plan, hook, line, and sinker like that.
exactly
Like I
how
just
it would. Yeah,
yeah. I get like okay, yeah, they're the antagonists, they're not protagonists supposed to win. I get it, but it was surprising like just how suckered in they were by that plan.
yeah,
Like none of her strategists like thought about it. No one like double thought it. Like had second thoughts. Like oh maybe they're leading us into a trap. All right, because like no one thought of that really.
it was yeah because it was such a out of the blue thing. Like oh, they're just gonna retreat.
Yeah, well
Like
they
they're just
called the
pulling out
retreat.
of the war entirely.
Yeah, well they once they realized they were retreating, they're like okay they're probably gonna go this way, and I don't think they went the way they thought they would. Maybe they did. I don't remember, but I think they went a different way. So it just surprises me that her strategist didn't say like, "Hey, this feels sus. Hey, this doesn't feel right. Let's maybe pull back."
Yeah. Well, her
Or let's like,
strategist after that one guy
yeah, Kishi, yep.
wasn't as good as him.
Well, they just have less experience. Like, I think they're just as smart, but they have less experience, and that's
Mm.
the problem.
See that? I can see that.
Because they were a lot younger, and also the other guy, Kishi, he had like fought in war before, so
Right.
he was more adept at seeing these plays. He had fought Ryumon, I think, before. So he was more prepared and like ready to deal with Ryumon being crafty.
Right.
But yeah, so that plan goes off without a hitch. They capture Oga. Sei's army gets fucking decimated. And Yoshitsune plays a big part in it. Gets the information to him in time, is like the bait, is the carrot the whole way.
No.
Which is crazy that he didn't die. Because he's just there. Right in their line of fire the whole time.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised like they didn't try and like attack him like while they were running away. It was like
Well,
at the
one guy
moment when he
did.
paused and drew towards like for their final stand.
Oh yeah. But one guy did on the way try and shoot him. But then he got an arrow
Yeah,
or he
that's
got
true.
killed immediately.
Right, right, right.
But still, yeah, you're right. Like that, I am surprised Yoshitsune's kind of well. I'm surprised and not surprised. 'Cause it's like he's a main character.
True.
Killing him off would be pretty big. But also, it's like it felt like they had ample time to do something.
Yeah. But that card, oh my god, I can't believe that worked so flawlessly.
I know, that's what I mean. It's like it really just went off perfectly. So
Other than that,
also, yeah,
I remember, I think it was Buo is the third nation.
Buo or Buo, I think. Buo.
Yeah. Well, I remember them being like admitting to exactly what they thought. Like, okay,
Oh yes,
if they were to engage, Buo was gonna third party them. Like, and I
yeah,
remember that they admit to that.
yeah. They were ready. They had ships ready and waiting to go raids, like lay siege to Osaka, the
Yeah.
capital of Yamato.
Yeah. And then after that, it was Olga.
Uh, okay. Well, so you know what? Let's pull it back a little bit
Okay.
because something else, another big thing happens before that.
Okay.
We have a death.
Yeah.
Someone died.
Who died?
Kaku.
Oh yeah. Oh my god, yeah.
He died. He died on the way back to Osaka.
Yeah. Like on the wagon
Of his
thingy.
yeah, like due to his illness, which does make me think our boy Atru's getting a promotion.
Yep. Yep, exactly what we thought before, that he's gonna take that spot. Although
Most
I didn't think
likely.
that Kaku would die.
Yeah, fair.
Like I thought
I'm
it was gonna be what you said about him being moved like somewhere inner, like somewhere more low key.
yeah. Yeah, I almost thought like cuz it would have been interesting if they had kept him alive and then been like and then he like, gets assassinated later, right? Or
Yeah.
something. But no, they just killed him off right there, clean it up. Okay. But okay then, sure. Kaku's dead. That was yeah, that was surprising and also a little sad because literally
Yeah.
nothing they could do.
Right. But
But
it wasn't like a brutal death or anything. Like it was very like it was a very peaceful.
it seemed peaceful, yeah.
Yeah, it seemed peaceful.
But it because they also at least got like one more hurrah to and like one more victory under his belt before he went off. Like because
Mhm.
that was his plan. The whole car dropping plan, that was his plan.
Right.
So, like that whole victory, the whole Sei, them beating Sei is like pretty much due to Kaku. Because if he hadn't told Atru that past it poem or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
none of that would have happened.
Right.
So that was
Now,
rip Kaku.
oh god. But did they ever say if um pulling out of the war was part of Aku's plan? Or
Um,
is that just how
I
Ataru went about it?
I think maybe not that specific part, but I think the general idea was like, hey, we retreat, go here, and then we drop cars.
Okay.
And then maybe Atru just like took it as that, or maybe Kaku really just thought, "Hey, do this," and that's how. And Atru caught on to it.
Aku's the hidden.
But yeah, Kaku was a fucking genius.
Yeah.
Honestly, smartest person in the show, even smarter than Atru.
Wait.
What?
Do you think okay. I've seen a trope before where it's like there's a character in an anime that is very
Mm,
similar to our main character and it kind of like foreshadows what they will end up being like in the future.
mm.
Like Paku is what Ataru has the potential to be. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
I can see that. And then
yeah,
I could also see them also killing off Ataru when it's like, oh, the unification is complete, you know? There's no more
yeah.
conflict.
I could. You know what? so okay, random kind of wild theory for like end of the series.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say unification happens, Tyra's been dealt with, like Japan is reunified and is at peace with each other.
Right.
Right? I could see them doing a full circle thing with like someone assassinates Ataru, and then that sparks war again, and then Japan's at war with itself again.
Oh my god.
And it's just full circle.
And it's a big symbol thing about holy shit. They would do that. This is the anime that would.
Yeah. I could see them like, have like, to get reunified, have an episode being happy, being unified, and then end the series with like assassinate Ataru, assassinate Yoshitsune, and then, war breaks out, and then like we get a jump cut to like 50 years later. Japan's back to being like 3 kingdoms.
That would be so fucked up.
Yeah.
Holding Attack on Titan.
Again, haven't seen Attack on Titan, so I don't get that reference.
I'm not gonna say anything then.
You can't say. I will absolutely forget if you tell me.
It's a time loop.
Oh, got it.
Dun dun dun. Spoiler alert.
I mean, that was one of our theories for Dr.Stone.
True.
At one point. But,
okay. No, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Okay, so
my god.
Kaku dies, right?
Yes, Kaku
Then we
dies.
get to scene with Buo and their reaction to Sei falling and Oga being captured, and and then pulling back their ships because their attack plan won't work. Which is cool because we haven't seen Buo at all up to this point.
True.
So maybe we'll see more of Buo in season 2 if it gets to season 2.
But we also see like a character from Buo that's pretty close, that's like kind of similar to Ataru now.
He looks a little similar, yeah.
Like he looks a little similar, and he's got like that analytical vibe.
Yes.
Like he seems more like edgy than Ataru.
Yeah. Well, they even talk about Ataru. Buo even like mentions Ataru, or they talk about Kaku. No, they talk about Ataru, and they're like, yeah, he pulled off this insane plan.
Mm-hmm.
So like he even convinced the wimpy emperor,
right,
to like pull on to do
like
this
he
strategy.
knows about Ataru. Yeah.
Which also another thing, crazy that the other nations know that the emperor is a piece of shit, is stupid.
Yeah, but do they know that Tyra is the one that's really in charge of that?
Maybe, I don't know. I think maybe
Sei
knew. I think maybe Sei knew. I don't know about Buo. We haven't seen enough of Buo to get an accurate idea of what they do and don't know.
That's fair.
But definitely, I think Sei did know. I think they talk about Tyra and like how he's like how bad he is.
Yeah.
But Buo, we just haven't seen enough of them to like if they know or not.
Gotcha.
But so yeah, but we see Buo for the first time. That's cool. Then, oh yeah, and the guy's name that you're talking about, the guy that's kind of like Ataru, his name was Himehito Okami.
Okami.
Yes. Because yeah, he was the one that was like, hey, we should keep an eye on them. And then we have like the peace talks, and eventually Sei and Yamato come to an agreement, and they establish like a how do you put it, like an area but like on the border of the two regions of the two kingdoms as like a test area to see if they could cohabitate,
like
if they could get along,
kind of like
because
Korean DMZ but bigger scale.
Yes, but also I got the impression it was more like people will live in this area, like both Yamato's and Sei people will live in this area, and we'll see if they can get along. And then over time, this will expand, and eventually all of Sei will be it. Like that's the impression I got. It's like this is like this. We're testing to see if Sei people and Yamato people can like live together and not just go at
Okay.
each other's throats.
Gotcha.
But then, Oga's assassinated.
Yep. Oh my god, dude. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, really didn't think we'd lose Oga first season. I thought she was going to be a character we'd see for like a couple seasons at least. So her dying, like, hey, she's assassinated, she's dead, was crazy.
Yeah.
Especially initially having it reported as it's her own people killing her, which is totally believable
100%. The fact that it
because
was like rebels, or were they like
it was established like it was Say people who were like who were proposing not proposing but like starting a revolution against her because they disagreed with the Say Yamato alliance
right?
or peace treaty, whatever it was. Which is a really interesting. If they had been that, which it wasn't, but if it had been that, then it would have been interesting because it would have hit home the point of like the revolutionary, the leader of the previous revolution, who became the leader of the nation, was assassinated by a new revolution, and it would just really hit home like the cycle of violence and just the way Say is currently.
Yeah.
But as we later learn, Tyra planned it. He got Yamato soldiers to dress up like Say soldiers and just kill her.
Yep.
Which or before, as I was watching the episode, I had put a note like, "Hey, what is Tyra gonna do in retaliation to this? To like Ataru and Ryumon succeeding how they did? This is how he retaliates.
Was he just killed Olga?
He assassinated Oga, but then also Ryumon and Ataru are in prison
Oh
because
my god, I forgot about that.
yes, because I forget because they no, it was because Tyra said it was Ryamon's fault that Oga got assassinated. He was the leak of how that information got out. Of like her route home and like her security detail. He blamed Ryumon and used that to get him sent to prison. And then Atsu and a bunch of other people who served under Ryumon argued against that of like what's the word? When you fuck. Fuck, what's the word?
Uh,
When like you have signs, you're standing outside a business,
advertising?
you're saying no, like angry group outside a company with signs like "We hate these people because of
Protest?
this." Stop. Thank you. They were protesting. They were protesting outside the emperor's like I think like room or like the meeting room or whatever. And then that's how Atru and a bunch of other people who worked under Ryamon got sent to prison. That's how he got to prison, and Yoshitsune didn't do that, so that's why he's not in prison currently.
Gotcha.
So, and then we also get a scene of Ataru now in prison, and he's, I think, drawing a map, like a detailed map on the ground of his cell. And he's talking about how he needs to deal with Tyra now.
Yeah.
He can't put Tyra on the back burner anymore.
Right. Thank God, dude. I'm so sick of Tyra.
So I think that's what the next season's going to be. It's going to be Atsu versus Tyra. So I think it's going to be a very internal Yamato season.
You think? I feel like Bua is gonna get involved a lot more because
I think Bua will get involved, but it will be kind of like what Tyra was this season, where like he does stuff, but it's not serious, or like it's not serious enough to warrant full attention. And then it's like third season's deal with Bua, or maybe fourth season. But I think next season is Ataru's like, okay, deal with Tyra now. He needs to stop.
Yeah.
But with Ryamon also going to prison, his soldiers are now leaderless, so Tyra takes control of them. And now Tyra has full control of Yamato. No one opposes him anymore.
How much you want to bet Ataru breaks him and Ryumon out of prison? Oh wait,
I can
no.
see him.
I feel like
Well, I can.
Yoshitsune would break them out of prison.
Maybe, but I feel like Yoshitsune said, I think at this point he's too focused on himself.
I mean,
He's too
yeah,
focused
but
on
like,
like his own goal. I get where you're coming from, but I don't think he's at the point yet of, hey, let's commit treason and break my friend out of prison.
right. My only thought
I
with
think
that was like
hmm,
him like subconsciously already preparing for for whatever Ataru had planned. In that like an episode or two ago when he was like preparing his meal or whatever, like he's like, "Oh, yeah, I'm not doing this. I'm not going to go listen to him whatever." But he was actively already in the process of listening to him and that whole thing. Like so I
yeah.
think it's like
I
he's just going to fold and be like, "What the hell am I doing?" And he's going to be on the way there.
I could see if Ataru like breaks out of prison himself and gets Ryamon out, like he stages a prison break, and Yoshitsune happens to be nearby, I could see that happening.
Mm,
But I don't see Yoshitsune breaking Ataru out of prison unless he has more development next season.
that's fair. I'm sure he will. I feel like yeah, cuz I don't know. Personally, I feel like he
But
wasn't in it very much this season. Like as much as he
no,
could be, as much as I thought he
yeah,
was going to be when he was introduced.
that's fair.
Because
Yeah,
he had such a big and like intro, like literally color difference, everything.
yeah.
But he
I
wasn't in it as
think
much as I thought he would be.
what they could do next season is like maybe like middle of the season, like episode 5, maybe 6, they break him out of prison. But during those starting episodes, we just get Ataru and Yoshitsune scenes of him like visiting Ataru in prison and like them
Mm.
having like lunch together or whatever, and
Hmm.
then just talking about like the state of things out in the country, out in the kingdom, and like what's Buo doing, what's Tyra doing, yada yada.
Right.
So yeah, that's basically all that happens. Ataru, Raimon in prison. Yoshine's out in the war. Well, if not, Buo is on standby to do something. Tyra's in full control, and maybe the Emperor does something. I don't know.
Oh my god, I can't stand that emperor.
He did stand up to Tyra this season once. You gotta
Like
give him that.
barely.
I mean, he went directly against Tyra.
Yeah, but then are we sure that Tyra's just not gonna kill him?
Oh, he absolutely might, but I'm just saying the Emperor did find his spine wherever it was and stand against Tyra for like one decision.
That's fair.
He's still a bad Emperor, don't get me wrong, but I am saying he did do something good this season. We also still have to see how the fuck Tyra's son is, because
True.
he's still pissed at his dad.
He's still pissed at his dad recovering from a bullet wound.
Yeah. We also have to see how those two generals, not generals, but like sergeants that were up there, react to Ryamon being in prison.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is Nippon season 1, and God, I one gripe I had with this ending episode is it did that thing again with like the narrator just like shooting stuff off and
Mm-hmm.
like giving all these big reveals. I wish they hadn't done that and had just shown us it, not just told us.
Yeah. That's where I
Like,
got lost.
yeah, they did that in the Yaya Kishi execution episode, and I didn't like it then either. And now they do it again on the final. I'm kind of like, why not show us Ryumon get called a traitor and then get sent to prisons? Show Ataru upset and go protest. Like, why not show us these things instead of just go, oh hey, they're in prison now. Oh well. So that's like my one gripe is that narrators probably should have been used less.
Yeah.
But
I can agree with
yeah.
that.
Yeah. Also, out of curiosity, out of 10, what would you rate this season?
Out of 10?
Yeah.
Okay. Objectively,
Hmm.
objectively, just
Hmm.
looking at it for what it is,
Hmm.
8 out of 10.
Okay.
Because animation is beautiful. Art style, absolutely. It's very unique. And the only other time I've seen this art style is with horror animes, and
Hmm.
it's very nice to see it utilized in not in a horror way. So that's very nice. It's they do touch on a lot of real real stuff, like real world topics, stuff that is relevant in our today's day and age. I but subjectively, like personally, my personal rating of it 6 out of 10.
Ooh.
I know. Like 6.5, 6.5. It's definitely higher. It's definitely leaning towards more, but like because of all the potential. Because there is some fight scenes and there is some scenes in there, like not even just the fight
Hmm.
scenes. Like Ryumon's bridge scene was
Yeah.
amazing. There was barely any
Yeah.
fighting on it or anything, but it was just so well done.
Yeah.
It I don't know. I think there's so much potential, but I'm just not a very political or yeah, kind of person. So
Intellectual. Yeah.
or yeah, I'm not an intellectual. There we go. This show was way too smart for me. I couldn't keep up with like half of the stuff they were saying.
That's fair.
Like, oh yeah, yeah. And I get some stuff, but then it'd be oh, this and this happened. I'm like, oh yeah, okay, I was there for that. And then it's like, and then that led into this and this happening. I was like, wait, what? How did that happen? She just goes. Like the narrator really messes with me, like you were saying. Not gonna lie. She
What
just be
the
adding.
thing is, it's like the narrative isn't even like in every episode, but I think your problem is like you don't retain everything that happens.
Yeah.
Because like in episode, I think it's 5 that where like the whole like that sets up the ending episode. There, you don't remember a lot of that episode, even though it's like it's a huge, big, important setup episode.
Oh yeah, because it was just so much yapping that episode.
Yeah, and that's not even the narrator. That's just the characters talking.
Bro, the characters are smarter than I am too. At
It's
least
not
Senku
saying
from
much,
Dr.
buddy.
Stone dumps it down for everyone.
That's because he's surrounded by people that aren't scientists.
Exactly, I rest my case. They are
But yeah,
surrounded by other diplomats and smart people.
mm, that's fair.
They know how to play the system. If I was in
Well,
Ataru's shoes, I probably would have
mm,
been executed that first day after he killed my wife, bro. Be so for real. I
yeah, he
would
would
not
have.
have made it to where he has made it.
No, definitely not. You would have tried to kill him, and that would have gotten you killed.
Yeah, not get down on my knees and be, oh, I'm so sorry. Thank you for like ah. Oh, dude, what are
Yeah,
you doing? But Haku no Jutsu is effective. It is effective.
yeah,
It's just too much for me.
it's fair.
All right. I don't think I
So,
have any more for Nippon.
okay, one final thing for Nippon. This is a question to you. If they make a season 2, and we're still doing this podcast when that happens, do you want to watch it again? Would you watch a season 2 for the podcast?
I would watch a season 2 just because it has so much potential.
Okay. But
Season
would you
1
watch it for the
is just,
podcast?
I think season 1 for a lot of shows is like them getting their footing, figuring out what
Hmm.
people like, what people don't like, and what to
Yeah,
change and stuff. So I think by season 2 is really like the final choice for me on shows.
that's fair. But would you watch it for the podcast again?
Yeah,
Okay. I
I'd be
think I
down.
would absolutely do it because I rate this at season a 9. I think there's really nothing wrong with it besides the narrator. And that only happened like maybe 2 or 3 times.
I feel like the narrator popped in more than that.
The narrator was there more often than that, but I only had a problem with the narrator 2 or 3 times.
I see.
Because I can only think of 2 times it happened where I'm like, okay, this is a little stupid. But then I think early on, like in episode like 1 or 2, the narrator did something, and I didn't catch it then because it was still new. But looking back, I think it's like episode 1, the narrator did something like that. So, yeah, that's like my really only like negative on the season is like that really kind of bugs me that they do it that way. And also animation style, I love it now, but at the start it was a little jarring. Had to adjust and get used to it.
That's fair. It
But
is very unique.
yeah, but once you get used to it, you love it. Like it is beautiful after.
Mm-hmm.
And also, just that first episode is very white.
Yes.
It is very just like white and bleached. Like
Yeah.
there's very little like color, which admittedly
I kind of
makes
took
it
that
when
as like
yeah.
I took that as like a symbolism thing. Tyra took color of his world away. Like in Japan, there was like always a big thing about when you fall in love, it brings color to your world and you see things brighter, more like you know, like that's a big thing out there. Like that's not the first anime to use that saying either. So I feel like this was like a symbolism on that. Like, oh, his wife is dead. Now he views the world differently and less colorful, less vibrant than it.
Well, no, but that's the thing. But in future episodes, the world does get more vibrant, does get more colorful.
Yeah.
Episode 1, it is winter and is like almost pure white.
Oh, that was another thing I wanted to touch on. Oh my god, wait, I almost forgot. When he was like had like that little thing and he's like, "Thank you. I couldn't have done this without you," kind of thing. And he was
Oh
talking,
yeah,
dude,
yeah,
that was sad.
yeah.
Sad.
Remember, he is doing all of this for his wife. He
Yeah,
is on this journey to fulfill her dream, her belief in him.
right. What was
That is,
what was Ataru's dream?
he just wanted to grow plants, and he just wanted to be good at his job and have a family.
I
But
see.
his wife was like, "You are way smarter than what you give yourself credit for, and you could do way more things than you think you could." And then she died. And he's like, "Okay, I need to believe in myself and actually achieve the dreams he thought I could do."
It is a really good. Oh my god, dude, it
Yes,
is really
yes.
good.
All right. So Nippon Sangoku for me 9 out of 10. For Kieran, I think a 6 out of 10. Right?
I changed my mind. 7 out of 10.
Okay, 7 out of 10. All right, and yeah, God, great anime.
It is good.
Please watch it.
Very good.
Okay, so next up we have Hat Atelier, and oh boy, this episode,
Yes.
things happened.
A few things happened. Quite a few things.
First off, anything you want to talk about?
Um. 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 And yes, but like I'm trying to remember the order of events, and that's where it gets fuzzy. Like the order that things happen.
Okay. Okay. Well, so I'm gonna be honest. I don't have a lot of notes for this episode.
Okay.
First thing I have to note is that scene where I think it's when the serpent attacks them. Like the serpent attacks Kifri, Tetsuya,
Oh.
and Coco.
Uh-huh.
And he's trying to save them, and they're falling off that cliff. There's that rock that slams into Kifri's neck. God, that I felt pain watching that. Jesus. I was like, Jesus, ow.
Yeah. I
That
mean,
looked brutal.
it did look brutal. Hmm. I didn't think it was gonna hurt him as much as it did, though. Not gonna lie.
It knocked him out
It
hard.
did. It did. It did
I
take him
mean,
out.
it does make sense. It's a big thing of chunk of rock slamming him in the neck, in the back of the head,
Right.
and he's completely defenseless because he's clutching Tetsuya and Coco to his chest.
Um. Well, the thing I wanted to point out with that was that the snake is a golem in this world.
Well, I think it's been re-enchanted to be a
Or
golem,
yeah, golem magic. I don't know,
or
but
it's
you can
been
like it's not your conventional like when you think of golem, you know.
no. I think it's just been like it's been animated. Like you get what it's been given life by a brain cap.
And that's just definition of
Yeah, like it's just been given sentience, or maybe a goal, one of the two. But yeah, I get what you mean.
mm-hmm.
We also get that scene at the start where fucking what's her name? Agat and Riche and Uni are fighting the Brim Cap. Well, running away from the Brim Cap.
Yes. And
Which
they do a few things. Like there's a few moments where it's like, yeah,
yeah.
like these are kids against very evil old wizard
Well,
or witch.
they don't really hurt him. They more just get creative with how they run away.
Right. But like even then, because their procs are just got instantly.
Yeah, but to be fair, that was the element of surprise. The element of surprise is very, very vital.
True, true, true. I do wonder what the brim cap is doing right now.
Hmm.
Because like obviously he's there for Coco.
Yeah.
What do these three have to do with it? Like what is messing around in the labyrinth with these three going to do anything for
Well,
Coco?
okay, so I think he's there because he thought Coco would be there.
Oh, like taking the test?
Yeah.
Mm. But
Or
wasn't he also
maybe
outside, like against like the rock cliff or whatever?
or maybe there's two brim caps there.
Oh shit,
One to
you're
deal
right.
with the people inside, one person to deal with because they also have to think about there's Kiefery and then I fucking forget her name. The girl, I forget her name. But there's two like full on witches there, like powerful witches. So
Right,
two brim cap, one for each of them, and then the kids are not going to do much.
right. And worst come to worst, there's definitely forbidden like duplication magic.
That too, yeah, could be. Which also brings me to another thing, right? That the one inside that's chasing them, right?
Yeah.
He's made of ink,
Yeah.
or at least
Oh my
it
god,
seems
yes.
like he's made of ink.
Yeah. Well,
He's also able to fly in this supposed to be flightless tunnel.
yeah. I don't understand how that works. If you leave the path, you're supposed to be trapped in the labyrinth forever. But this man's is doesn't
Well,
care.
it's not supposed to be trapped, but it's supposed to be like if you fly off the path, gravity gets really fucky and you can't control yourself up there.
Right.
Because that's what happens to I think a got, and she just gets like she flies up and immediately it's like oh fuck I can't control.
Oh yeah, because she tries to fly in with the sylph shoes.
Yeah, and then she like gravity fucked with her hard.
Right.
And then because then later on in the episode we see them break the path, or like Uni's under the path and he falls, but then the path saves him, like grabs him.
Do we what if one proposes a theory of the brim cap was there, helped create the labyrinth, if you will, therefore knows the
Well,
secrets.
Well, no, it's because remember, it's the other people. It's the witches who lived there a long time ago who used forbidden magic and turned their own people into gold statues.
Right. What if he was one of them? And
Could
then
be.
was like, hey, this gold statue thing sucks. Being huge or like having a
Well,
body sucks. Let's turn into ink.
maybe.
We also don't know if he's ink or the clothes. Like, what if
I
he's
think
just
he's
like
ink.
possessing the clothes and the ink was just because of the seals?
I don't know. I no, because if the seals are dripping, that means they're not stable seals, right? They shouldn't be.
No. No, but I feel like if they're on his clothes like that, maybe he like writes it in a panic to um like
How would he
keep his
write it?
form.
How does he write it? He has enough hands.
Will be like with his cloak. Because he was using his cloak as his hands.
As limbs, yeah.
As limbs, yeah. Like that's what I'm saying. Like that's why it would be sloppy, is because he doesn't have hands.
No, but that doesn't explain why ink is dripping from him. If the ink is dripping, that means the seals aren't perfect. That means they're not good.
Right. But like if your body was on the risk or on the cusp of dying, would you be panicking? Be like, this
I
seal's
don't.
perfect.
I don't think he is dying. I think he's perfectly healthy.
Maybe
I think he just turned himself
do
into ink.
wait, do we
Maybe
know if the amount of ink matters in a spell?
not. I don't think it does. That at least if it does, it wasn't explained. It wasn't added to the explanation.
Right. Because we know for sure like how precise it is and how big it is. But we don't know the I feel like the amounts would have to do something. The weight.
Maybe
The weight of
we
the ink.
know. You know the size of the spell matters.
Right. That's why I feel like
But
if those little things matter, the weight of the ink would maybe matter too.
maybe, but I
Because
don't
they're
know.
different inks.
Honestly, well, yeah, but I think truthfully, we just don't know enough about this character to give a definitive answer to why he's ink,
True, true.
and also a floating eye.
Yes.
But okay, so then we have skipping. Okay, so we don't know why he's ink. Uni's transformation.
Yes, he turned into what was that? A fire wolf? Just a wolf? Like a
A
nine-tailed fox
giant
kind of thing?
of a big beast,
A
a fox,
big
wolf,
beast.
something like that.
Let's actually look
But
this up. What did Uni turn in?
but yeah, that was crazy. God, I feel bad for Uni. He is just getting shit on
Yeah, he does not deserve that.
at all.
He's just a boy.
Yeah, he's God. He's been so nice to Riche.
Oh my gosh, I love their dynamic. They're very nice to each other. Well, they're
Yeah,
they're nice to each other, but also
well, they're
blunt.
hard on each other.
Yeah,
They're
they're
hard,
yeah,
but they're hard supportive to each other. If that makes sense.
yeah, they're
They
supportive.
support
So
each other, but just very rigid about how they do it.
also
Well, more Riche's.
Uni turns
Hmm.
into a scaled wolf or a black scale wolf.
Okay. Well, okay, yeah. So he transformed. Well, the brim cap transforms him using the goddamn cloak that was given for the test, and that he later altered.
Yep, that was
Which,
crazy.
God, it's crazy.
I
It, yeah. So that hopefully will. So at the end of the episode, or the last time we see Agat and Riche, they split up. Agat says she's going to go after Uni,
yep.
and Uni is supposed to go find Keyfree and tell him about what's happened. But something that what happens between them, because Riche is really wants to go after Uni because he's been nice to her.
Yeah.
And Agat's like, you can't go. You don't know the spells you don't know enough spells to help him. Your magic isn't good enough for this. Which was a brutal scene.
Yeah.
But admittedly true.
True. Which maybe that will also push. I feel like this will also push Riche to learn more versatile
I think
spells. To be
I
like, okay, I don't
agree.
want my friends to get hurt. I
Like
want to help.
I need to expand. I need to broaden my horizons so that way
Yeah,
my friends don't get hurt again. Or what could happen, this is also a kind of a theory, is Uni like a Got's not gonna be able to save Uni, and Uni's gonna get away. Like he's gonna run off and just like go hide.
he's just gonna be a creature in the labyrinth.
And no, in the wood. I think he's gonna get out of the labyrinth, but he's like gonna go out in the woods and like go hide.
Mm.
Like he's just gonna go seclude himself because he's a monster. And I think what's gonna happen is Riche's gonna be upset that Agat didn't help him, but then that's gonna push her to broaden her spells so she can go find and help him.
Mm. That would
Which
make sense.
leads me to my first theory, like my first big theory. Is Uni going to join the Brimcaps?
Is Junie gonna join the Brim Caps?
Uni, yes.
What? I don't.
I
So.
I could see it. I could here are my thoughts, okay?
Mm.
So yes, the Brimcaps turned him into this gigantic monster, and yeah, he's not going to be happy about that, sure. But give it enough time where he is alone and scared and terrified of being out in the woods alone and being this hideous monster and never returning back to the life he had. I could see a Brimcap showing up and be like, I could fix this, but you need to join us. And also, what have the witches done for you before? Your master was horrible to you. Your master didn't help you. Your master belittled you at every chance he could.
Right.
And
Yeah.
those friends of yours, a god and Riche, they haven't come to help you. They can't help you because they can't use the spells they need to save you.
Yeah, and there was a scene where he was like under the bridge and he was like, "Oh, darkness." What did he say? Darkness is awfully close to. I, I don't something implying like, "Oh, it's okay. Like forbidden magic isn't all that bad. It's just to do what you want."
Yeah. Well, he also implied is like because of the way Uni did his spell, like how he changed the cloak to be black
Hmm.
so he could hide. He like kind of hinted. I feel like if I remember right, he hinted at that's kind of almost forbidden magic, like it's bordering.
Right.
And he's like, "Oh, interesting that you would do that, huh?" And so I could just that is just my theory that maybe he gets like called over to the Brim Caps, like because they like save him and because think about it, they might have to use a spell on him to fix him, but that's against the rules, so they can't. So that means it'll take them longer to fix him or find a way to fix him. But the Brim Caps is like, oh well, let us just do this thing on you, and it'll fix you.
Well, can't you just draw the reversal, like the spell reversed, and then it will?
No, but remember, they can't. You're not allowed to draw a spell on you or another person. That's forbidden.
So how did Coco plan to get her mom out?
Well, no, because the plan is to draw it on the crystals, and then that reverses all of the
But
crystals.
why can't they put it on his cloak? Or I guess if his cloak
What
is like his fur, like why can't they just like draw it on his fur?
what dictates what's his cloak and what's him? How can they tell? It's just a giant black beast.
That's fair.
So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they'll save him in the first episode of the next season. If this gets the next season, I assume they will.
God, I hope so.
But that's just my thought because I think that would be a crazy thing to happen, and I kind of want to see it happen.
Mm-hmm.
It also gives Riche another reason to go against the Brim Caps, besides just like protect Kiefer and Coco.
Wait, what was that?
Well, like, because like the only people that are actively fighting the Brim Caps, right, are Keyfree, because he's like actively going against them, and then and the Brim Caps are actively going for Coco.
Right.
So like the only reason Riche would have to fight them is to protect both
Is
of them.
Uni.
No, yeah. So, but Uni joining them would be another personal reason for her to go after them, to save them, to save him specifically.
Do you think like it would try and connect each character to the rim caps? Like
Maybe,
everyone has a
maybe
connection
not
to them?
all, maybe not all of them because, well, I guess, well, thing is, I don't know how they would connect Techi and Agat because like unless it becomes a thing of like the brim caps become more public and they're like, let us show you how magic is done, that I could see a got being against that.
I feel
But
like that's their
Techia,
plan.
that probably is. But Techia, we don't really know enough about Techia's like
True.
character
That
to
is
know
true.
how she could be why she would be so against him. Like what personal reason she could have for being against him.
Right.
Outside of like, oh, protect Coco. Also, end of the episode. So, okay, so Uni gets transformed and all that. But did you see the black and white scene of like him transforming and then like his final him fully transformed?
Yes, that was crazy.
That animation was beautiful. Like that was beautiful.
It was.
That
It
was
really was.
that's on par with like for me, that's on par with the dragon fight. That it was so good.
Honestly, I can agree with that. It
And
was
then
really, really cool.
yeah, it was amazing. And then second thought about it is I wonder if those black and white animation bit of his transformation are ripped straight from the manga. Like they
Mm.
literally just took the panels of him transforming in his final form and went, "Hey, we're just gonna copy and paste this." Because
Probably. Oh,
I
I
could
would
see
see it. Because this
I
show
could see
didn't
them.
almost get animated because of how beautiful it was.
Yeah, I could see them just going, "Hey, we're gonna do this, and we don't want to know how to do it perfectly, so we're just gonna copy and paste it, and we're even gonna put it in black and white because
Yeah.
it's too beautiful not to."
Yeah,
So
that
yeah,
had to have been straight from the manga.
yeah, that's my thought. Maybe we're wrong, but that's just my thought. And then the ending. Keyfree, well, Coco wakes up at the bottom of a cavern or ravine. Uh, Keyfree is bleeding from his head. Techi is passed out, and then we get a bunch of golden people coming out of the darkness, ready to kill these witches.
Which
And
I want to
hmm,
I want to point something out.
hmm,
They built this crazy labyrinth riddled with spells, riddled with anti-spells, all this stuff.
hmm.
You're telling me that their own golem broke an entrance straight to them?
What do you mean?
Like that hole went straight to the bottom where all of they like where the city was. Like
Well, I
but
don't think for the city.
completely bypassing the entire labyrinth and the point of the whole.
Well, no, the labyrinth doesn't lead to the city. The labyrinth leads to the other end of the mountain.
Doesn't it? But the city's in there though, and it's like only the like worthy ones can find the
I
city.
No, I think the city's underneath the labyrinth.
Doesn't it
Like
still
in that,
connect? Because I thought that that was
maybe
like a plot point of like only the worthy can enter the city.
I think it was at one point, but then they made spells to block off and break off that area, and then they were just like, "Hey, no one goes down there."
I see. I see. I see.
And also, the golem, I think, is the Brim Cap thing. I think the Brim Caps animated it. It never was animated. It was just like a thing, like a design choice.
Mm,
And the Brim Cap's like, "Ah, fuck it, let's make this a golem."
I see. I see. I do want to propose a question here.
Hmm.
Is forbidden magic really that bad?
Uh, in some cases, yes, but
I
in a lot of cases, no.
Yeah, like in some cases, I totally see where they're coming from. Like the petrification spell, totally get it. That dragon, like them, like the controlling a dragon, 100%. Like I
But
don't.
there are. Keep going. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. I just, I'm not afraid.
Well, I.
Some of them,
Hmm.
like their whole thing is just free will. Like
Yeah.
the brim caps, that seems like a lot. Like that's what a few of their motives are. Is just like they want to be free. They don't want to be held down.
Well, remember our theory from like a couple episodes ago when Kiefery first meets the Brimcaps, and we get more info on how forbidden magic first came about and how a lot of healing witches were like basically banned from using magic in medicine at all because they weren't allowed to write magic on their patients to heal them. Because you're not allowed to write magic on people, period. Which is another thing I do disagree with about with forbidden magic is like, yes, some spells absolutely should be forbidden, but outlawing writing magic on yourself or another person, even in the case of like, hey, let me mend this broken arm of yours, or hey, let me cure you of this disease,
Right.
that should not be outlawed. And that also brings me back to our theory of like the brim caps coming from or like originating from angry healers that were not allowed to help the people they could because they weren't allowed to use their magic on people.
That is a terrifying kind of character. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Healer gone rogue.
Well, probably those healers aren't around anymore, but because I think it's been a while since magic
Well,
was
right,
became
but like,
forbidden.
but also as far as we know, or for all we know, there could easily be like immortality spells.
That's also true. So yeah, it's yeah. Magic the forbidden magic stuff is definitely controversial.
Yeah.
Because like there are definitely like some spells like that like the petrification one that probably shouldn't be used. And if it is used, it should be used in a control environment. But like the heal like writing on someone to heal them should not be outlawed at all.
Yeah, I agree.
Because like that is just hard limiting the help you can provide to people.
Okay, let me ask that.
Hmm.
If we were in this verse,
Hmm.
we had the knowledge of magic, how it worked.
Hmm.
Would you be a brim cap or normal?
A
Kind of,
witch.
kind of haps.
Just pointy hats.
Oh yeah, pointy cap or brim cap?
Well, so also I want to point out a witch, a brim cap. Their hats are stereotypical witch hats.
Yes, I did see that.
I did not think about that until they showed me. I'm like, oh my god, that makes so much fucking sense.
Yes.
But back to your question. Um, I would probably be a normal witch, but
Really?
I would be against like how constrictive forbidden magic or what's considered forbidden magic is, and I would oppose it. But then because I opposed it, my mind would be wiped, and I'd forget all magic.
Damn.
I would probably that's what would happen to me most likely.
Not gonna lie, I think I'd be a brim cap, but also like not like some like the batshit crazy ones we're seeing. But I'd
Uh
be
huh.
like,
Sure.
I would
Like
be
the god
okay. No,
temple.
no, no. I'd be like the one that just like maybe like wants to stir up a little bit of trouble here. Like the one that gave the coloring book to Coco. Be like, hey, human little normie, take some magic, figure it out.
You say that, but that same one came back like 10 years later.
Okay, I wouldn't do
and
that.
and fucking almost killed her and her 3 friends.
See, I wouldn't do
Sick of
that.
dragging on them.
I just check headlines and be like, oh, petrification spell. She did it. Lol. And then move on. Like hand on the next coloring book. You know, like I wouldn't be like, oh, I'm gonna end the world with my magic. No, I think magic in this world specifically is very what they want to do. It's very free will based.
Oh, it is. Absolutely. Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean,
and if I had free will like that, then I can like
you would destroy the world or
I
try
would
to
not destroy the world.
take it over.
I
Try
would
to
not
take it
destroy.
over. Yes, you would.
Bro, I would not destroy. I have changed. I've changed my ways.
Sam, come on, Sam.
This guy.
Just a joke. But Kieran, how many times have we talked about how if you got a power, the first thing you would do with it is take over the Earth?
No, that's different. I said I could take over the Earth with any power if I really wanted. But that's different.
Sure.
I was about to say I
Totally
would
don't
take
believe
over
you.
the Earth.
Don't believe you.
I would do no.
Sure. Don't believe you at all.
I would okay, here I would just obliterate governments and money and
Yeah. So take over the world.
No, I would just reset the world.
So destroy the
It
world.
wouldn't take
Got
over
it.
the world. I just reset it. There's a difference.
Destroy it. You destroy the world. Got it.
No, I wouldn't destroy the world. I would just destroy parts of the world.
Humanity, society. Got it.
Society as we know it. Yes.
So because you'd be evil. Got it.
No, depends on how you view it.
Yeah.
Do you want to be a Type 1 civilization and move to another planet? Do you want to be a Type 4 civilization and move to another galaxy?
Okay, Karen, I know we love having this conversation, but we shouldn't get into this stuff on the podcast, all right? We do have other stuff we got to talk about.
Yes, the most important one has yet to come.
Well, before we get to that, do you have anything else for Witch Hat?
Not really. Other than just Coco's grown a lot in this season. All the apprentices have grown so much in this last season.
I disagree.
What do you mean?
I don't think Vichi's grown that much.
Really?
I think she's had some growth at this final episode.
I think she's starting to grow. There we go. I think she's starting to grow. Like the last few episodes, like her entire encounters with Uni have been her like realizing like, okay, maybe
specifically this last episode when he gets transformed. I agree. But that's it. I don't think that growth has really settled in yet.
I see.
And Tetsuya,
we don't know anything about Tetsuya.
Tetsuya has not grown at all. I don't think she's had any real character development. Besides having more faith in Coco or whatever.
But
Agat has grown, yes. I don't think she's grown as much as you say, but I do think she has grown. Because
doesn't she accept Coco now?
She is starting to. I think she is still a little bigoted towards Coco. Because she's still not a witch. She wasn't a born witch. But I think she's getting there. I think she is getting more and more accepting of Coco. And also of just outsiders in general.
Gotcha.
And then Coco, I feel like as a character, she hasn't grown that much, but she has grown in skill. Because she has learned magic. But as I don't think that she's really changed as a character.
No, she's still very, I want to learn magic to save my mom.
She just wants to learn magic, period. She wants to save her mom, but she wants just to learn magic, period. I'm not wrong. She likes magic.
Do you think that eventually she'll have to make a choice of like magic or her mom?
I could see it. I could see the Brim Caps giving her an ultimatum like that.
Right? And then they're like, "Hey, you can have magic forever, do whatever you want, or you can bring her back and forget
Hon-
everything."
Honestly, I could see the Brim Caps doing a thing of like, hey, join us and like be our poster child of magic for all, and we'll fix your mom. Or
Mm.
don't, and we'll destroy this book that has the spell in it.
Do you think they'd erase her memories? Because
I
memories
think the Knights of Morale.
are
I don't think
huge
the
in
Brim
this
Cap.
world.
I don't think the Brim Caps will do that because I think they need Coco too much as like as a piece on the board. I could see the Knights of Morales trying that again. I could see them doing that, but the Brim Caps no.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So all right, so two final things. First, what would you rate Witch Hat Atelier season 1?
Oh, 9 out of 10.
Buddy,
Yes.
I fully agree.
Yes. It is so good. I just I just want to see more.
My only complaints
Mm-hmm.
are pacing is a pacing is a little off. I
Yeah.
feel like I feel like there's definitely some times where maybe like something could have been skipped or hastened along. Some bits could have maybe gone a little longer.
Yeah.
And I'm also not a fan of this ending.
Yeah, I don't like where we ended. I feel I don't know. It could have
Like
been more cliffhangery, like more of a cliffhanger, or
I mean, I just
or it could have been more resolved and
I
like
feel like it just
more
would have
broad.
been I feel like it would have been nice if we had like wrapped up
Mm-hmm.
this like this arc of them in during in this like the trial. Like
Yeah, it
have
felt
them get
very
past the gold
rushed.
people, have what God and Riche reconnect with Keyfree, have Ueni, in my opinion, escape and run off in the woods, and then end it. And then leave it like, okay, are they gonna be able to save Ueni? How is
Yeah,
the how are the witches gonna react to the Brimcap's, bold attack? And
right.
also the missing witch. Like that would have been a nice way to end it instead of just, oh, will Kiefer be able to beat these gold statue people? Is Tetsuya and Coco gonna live? Is a god gonna be able to save Ueni? Like I don't know.
Yeah, I agree with
It would
that.
have been nice if it was more tied off at a better place.
Yeah,
So that's why mine's a 9. But everything else in this anime is astounding. Everyone should absolutely watch it.
100%. Personally, way better than Nippon.
That's your opinion. I think they're about the same.
Really,
Yes.
in terms of animation wise, absolutely. Very different
It's
animations, but they are still both
yeah. Yeah. I
amazing.
think they're both very different animes.
Yes, yes,
I think they're
entirely.
the same quality, just very different.
Yes, both are definitely going to be nominated for anime of the year.
We'll see. We'll I think maybe Witch Hat. I don't know if Nippon has the poll.
Really? Wasn't it
I
like massive and like
no. No, it was pretty I feel like it was kind of slept on, if I'm honest.
really?
Yeah.
Hmm. We'll find out.
But we'll see. Well, that's like almost like it's like 9 months from now.
Yeah,
So we'll see. That's a
true.
long
There's going to
ways
be a
away.
lot of shows to come out in the next year.
Yeah. And also we can't forget about I think our personal favorite of the three,
Yes.
Dr. Stone.
Dr.Stone.
Series finale.
Oh my god.
7 years in the making.
Oh my god. Personally, top 5 anime of all time. I don't even care.
See, I don't rate it that highly, but I do like it.
I really like
I
it.
don't
I've
Yeah, I know you
rewatched it
do.
so many times. I don't know what it like. I don't have any like. I can't like really like relate to anyone or anything in it. It's just so funny and it's like heartwarming.
Hmm.
It's it's so good. It's
Okay,
so good.
so let's start off first. Get the big reveals out of the way because he didn't record last week's reaction.
Yes.
Medusa, the Y-Man is just a fuck ton of Medusas. Well, Y-Man is a single Medusa, but there's tons of Medusas also.
Yes. And
And that
initially it
was
was thought to be a
yeah,
hive mind, but it's not. It's their each individual consciousness.
yes, yes.
They
So
are
that reveal, holy
yes.
fuck.
That was insane. I was
We
expecting a
got
person or an alien,
yeah,
not
yeah,
a
the
device.
Medusa.
Not
Yeah.
the
Well,
device that has been with them the entire show.
not the entire show. It was never around in season 1
I
or 2.
mean, but like it happened. It's
Yeah, but we don't even like they didn't even know it was a device that caused the petrification until season 3.
fair enough, fair enough.
Well, actually, no, it is season 2 because that's how they turned Tsukasa into stone.
Yeah, they have the Medusa from Treasure Island.
No, they don't go to Treasure Island until season 3.
Wait, what?
No, because oh no, wait, I'm stupid. No,
No, they
they
like
freeze.
yeah, they free
They
Tsukasa.
yeah, my bad, I got that wrong. But yeah, so Medusas are the Y-Man is just a Medusa. There's fuck tons of Medusas on the planet. They're a parasite. That yeah, okay. We're not gonna go into that last episode, but holy shit, that was mind boggling.
Yes.
Starting this episode, the animation for all those Medusas floating around was really cool.
Yes.
That was it was honestly it it was really how do I put this the right way? It was very not off-putting, but just surprising, I guess is the best way I'm going to put it.
Okay.
Because so at this point in time, like before we meet them, we had only really seen like we only seen like some Medusas, and they never like floated around on their own.
Right.
So to see all like these thousands upon thousands of Medusas floating around on their own individually, it was really crazy. And I think they animated it really well.
I agree. It was really cool.
Next, the Medusas leave. Y-Man
Yeah.
leaves.
They're just like, yeah, no, we don't like your plan. You guys aren't good enough. Peace.
Yeah, you guys are not smart enough for us, so
Like
we're gonna
what
go
the
try another
fuck?
planet. Even
Literally.
Senku,
Oh,
after Senku, even negotiating with like, "Hey, let us try and help you, but don't turn us to stone." And it's like, I know you guys are not fucking smart enough. We're gonna peace out.
yeah.
But then we get Medusa. Why woman? I don't know. Why them? I don't fucking know.
Yeah,
But we
one
get
Y man stays.
yeah. Well, a Medusa stays,
A Medusa stays.
and it's one that I would have been cool if it was the Medusa they had.
It would have been, yeah. But
I think it would have
like
been
was that their leader?
no, 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 no.
No, it wasn't their leader, but like no, no, never mind, never mind. The one that they had just like kind of went into the abyss. That was
Yeah,
the
just kind of joined. We
yeah.
joined them, yeah. But like a random one decided, you know what, guys, I'm going to stick with you. I like your plan. I like your gumption, kid.
Like your gumption kid.
It decides to stay, which I think like fair enough. Cool, Medusa stays, but I feel like it would have been cooler if it had been the Medusa they've had the whole time, or had in that safe. Because I feel like it would have just been a more emotional thing if it's like if it was the one they've had this whole time and they took care of. It would have been cooler, but whatever. So yeah, all the Medusas leave. one stays, and then we get a very deep conversation with Medusa and Sanku on this. I think on the rocket that came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I was not expecting such a deep conversation between a parasitic device and Senku about humanity and life in a series finale. I did not expect that.
I like that. He basically just described the indomitable human spirit to an alien. It was amazing.
Yeah. And then they get back to Earth, and everything's fine. And then we get a time skip and a montage. And the time skip is crazy. Because when fucking his name went right out of my head. Gen. When Gen is like going over what everyone's done or what everyone's currently working on, and it's like, oh, Ryusuke's remade his conglomerate, and he's got a construction company going, and he's working on rebuilding the world. My first thought was, this motherfucker's gonna rebuild the seven wonders of the world and own them.
Yeah, 100%. He's gonna build them in his honor.
Yeah,
like in his.
He's gonna have a plaque. He's gonna put a plaque on, like he's gonna put a plaque and a sign next to him, like built by the Ryusui conglomerate. He's totally gonna do that, and it's gonna be the funniest shit.
100%.
Even though we're probably not gonna see it, that's my headcanon. That's what he's fucking gonna do, and it's the funniest shit. Also, want to point out also, a lot of the the main characters from like Ishigami Village fucking became police.
Yes.
Why did they become police?
I don't know. I kind of just like thought it was gonna be like I thought it was like, oh man, they trusted them. So
I mean,
they
it's
trust
fair
them enough to run their police force.
That's
but
fair.
Like, some of them are.
But yeah, Magna being a police officer is a choice. Him being a police officer is a choice, and I don't know if I agree with it.
I thought he would have been like a construction worker, like a demolitions guy, like.
Yeah, but he does like hurting people, so it kind of makes sense.
Maybe professional fighter. Magna could be MMA.
He could. But so a lot of them become police.
Getting bodied by Tsukasa.
Well, no, remember Tsukasa doing his own thing. He's going around being a protector.
Yeah, going village to village, like with trouble, waving his hand and making everyone run.
Yeah, because he's that infamous. Yeah, which is terrifying. I
don't blame.
Then also, God no, yeah, he's terrifying. He could snap my neck with his fingers. Next, we see Taiju and Yuzuriha start a fashion business.
Oh yeah.
Which admittedly makes sense for Yuzuriha, and Taiju, he would of course just go with her. But what surprises me is that Ruri is there.
Yeah.
I did not expect the village priestess to just be a part of the fashion company.
I thought she would have had a more important role in the modern age.
Yeah, but you know what? If she's happy, right?
True. Very true.
But and there's also someone else there. I forget her name. Oh, it's Taiju's younger sister. Not Taiju. Tsukasa's younger sister. When I first saw the episode, I could not remember who she was. I remember. And then also, fucking Taiju and Yuzuriha finally got married. Jesus Christ!
Oh my god, I was so happy with. Okay. Oh! Did you see it was like a direct parallel to the first episode?
Yeah.
Oh, that was so good.
Yeah, God, I can't believe they're finally married. God, after all these years, they're finally married.
After what was it, 3,000 something years?
Well, probably 3,000, probably like 3,100 years at this point, with how many years have passed.
Yeah, because they've been
Like
petrified
after
and yeah,
this, also after petrification, yeah.
they
So
waited
they got
three
married,
thousand years.
yeah. But it's also really adorable that they're doing their wedding multiple days, so that way everyone can be there.
Yes,
Because not everyone can. Not everyone can make it on the first day, like Gen.
the
Which is also
weekend.
crazy that the main group is so split up.
Yeah, I thought that they would have stuck together more.
But I guess it makes sense, right? Because like Senku's off, like no, not everyone in the main group can do like the science stuff.
Right.
So it kind of makes sense. It is surprising that Gen's a politician or an ambassador or whatever. Also, I
Yeah.
guess not though. He does have the silver tongue for one, but still.
Yeah. Thought he would have gone back to his TV biz.
Well, they barely have TV.
Ah, they're getting it back. They're getting it back.
Totally. Next thing, it was so weird to see everyone in modern clothing, especially the villagers.
I didn't like that.
It really threw me off.
I did not like that. I don't know. Yeah, it definitely caught
We
me
got
off guard.
we got so used to them in like their stereotypical Stone Age-ish outfits.
Mm-hmm.
To see them not in them was really throwing me. Like when they were at the wedding, holy fuck! I was like, "Gee, everyone's in a suit."
Yeah.
This feels weird. This feels real weird.
It was. Yeah. It was definitely weird because they had access to clothes before. They just still opted to wear their Stone Age clothes.
But I guess also it's been years since like the moon mission. So it's kind of like they felt, oh, well, let's start modernizing, I guess, right?
I suppose.
And also it's a wedding, so it's like, let's dress up.
Yeah.
But yeah, that threw me off a lot.
Oh yes, Chrome asking Ruri.
Oh yeah, finally they're fucking together.
Finally, he did it. So he
Jesus,
was so nonchalant.
I know.
That was great.
God, I can't believe that happened as well. I forgot.
I was so happy. Finally, right? I mean,
God,
yeah, that was great. They've
at least
been,
Taiji and Desertia got married at the end. They just they got engaged essentially.
yeah. Well, they got both together and engaged because they weren't even like really
Were they
officially
even together
together.
at the end? Were they?
I don't think they were together. Like he just straight up proposed.
Yeah, she was like, okay, sure,
Yeah,
yay.
like they weren't actually together.
Yeah,
Go
but you know
Chrome,
what?
honestly.
Yeah, honestly, good job, Chrome. You finally did it.
He finally did it after how old is he?
Oh,
Since they
I
were
don't fucking
kids.
know. Yeah, since like they were little, yeah. But yeah, so he proposed. I forgot about that. And then they all decide, hey, let's go see Senku because he was only there on the first day of the wedding,
Mm-hmm.
or for on the first wedding, I guess technically. But yeah, they go to see Senku, and then we meet female Senku. By the way,
Oh my god, yeah.
that threw me off so much.
See, for a second, I was like, "Oh, are they going to? Like, are they? Is there going to be a side plot of her and Senku?" But I'm Team Kohaku. I can't. Those two have
I'm.
such a good dynamic.
I don't think they ever get together. I'm telling you now.
No, they don't.
No, Senku.
Head canons. That's my head canon.
Yeah, that's fair. So yeah, we meet them. We meet a bunch of random scientists. They're all super excited. This is also when everyone realizes, damn, Senku dumbed it down for us a lot.
Yep.
It's like Jesus. And then they go meet Senku, and we see that he still has the Medusa around that came with him. Also, still in its case, by the way. But I guess that's also an airtight, so that makes sense.
Yeah, the little
But
vacuum thing.
yeah, so we meet them. We see he's also still wearing his red cape, which is interesting.
Yeah, Senku's still wearing his Stone Age clothes.
No, he's not. He got his lab coat.
Oh fuck!
He's in normal clothes. He just has his
He
red
just
cape.
has the cape.
Yeah, which didn't Suika give him that?
Yeah, what as soon as she revived him, yeah.
I think she gave it to him before.
Well, like,
Mm.
yeah, but he didn't. I guess, yeah. Like while he
One
was
of
still stone.
yeah. I think she gave it to him while he was stoned. Yeah, like but not like right before she revived him. A what little bit before.
Right, right, right.
But yeah, it's also that's kind of sweet that he still has that.
Without
Um,
Suika, that team would still be stone.
yeah, absolutely. Suika's the goat.
Suika's the goat.
And then we get the reveal, the big fucking reveal.
A time
A
machine.
goddamn time machine. Jesus. Also, it's huge. First off,
Yes.
also it's in the shape of a Medusa.
Yep.
Uh, what the fuck?
So does that mean that the
So
Medusas themselves can mess with time?
I don't think it is. I think they're just building it in that shape because it's a good shape. I think, but or like maybe that's what maybe they're gonna use it in a similar way to the Medusas. Like it's gonna be like an energy field that expands out, maybe.
I see, I see, I see.
But whatever. They're making a time machine to go back in time to save people that died during or before the petrification.
Yes. Which
Wait,
I've seen theories. They used it
be
to bring Byakuya back.
be careful because that is like that stuff is already out.
That stuff is out?
Yeah, so when the manga ended, some people weren't happy with the ending.
Huh.
So the mangaka said they would make a special spin-off that was like 9 chapters long, and it would show what they did with the time machine.
Oh fuck.
And during it, and then that released like 2024 maybe. Because the manga ended in 2023. So that maybe came out 2024. And it would have taken maybe a year at most to come out. So
Oh.
so you might have gotten spoiled, buddy, and thanks for spoiling me. But
Well, no, because
anyways,
you hear him at the end. He's the narrator. He's the narrator,
mm,
and he refers to the story like he's talking about the story, and it's all in past tense. Like he's telling a story that happened already.
is he? I don't remember the narrator.
At the very end of the show, he's talking like of the episode. He's talking about like right before the outro. He's oh he had an or like the brave scientist that rebuilt civilization from scratch, and they had a nickname for him. It was Dr.Stone, and then boom, cue intro or
I
cue
don't know if that
season
was
one
that
intro.
was it Byakuya? I'm gonna
That was
check now.
Byakuya.
I'm checking now. Um, but yeah, so time machine. They're gonna make it. They're gonna go save people. And also the ending of the scene, the end credits, if you want to call them that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like a montage of like them getting back and them like celebrating. And then you have at the very end like the picture they take. That
Oh
picture is
yes,
really. I like how it's Senku doing the Albert Einstein
it's all the
picture.
main it's all of the main villagers doing the Einstein.
Is it everyone?
Yeah, Kohaku, Chrome, like there's a few of them doing the Einstein. Not everyone, but there's a few. It was cool. It was really cool. But that's the exact scene that I'm talking about, where it was Byakuya talking and saying like referring to everything in the past, like it was like he's telling a story that happened.
1 second.
Yep. Because there was also during the time machine like reveal, and they were like, "We're gonna save everyone that we couldn't." It flashed back, or not flashback, like it. kind of popped up Byakuya in in astronauts.
Okay, so I just watched it, right? Okay,
Hmm.
so also the museum thing dictating their journey is cool.
Yes.
And you're all right. So it's not everyone's doing it, it's only some of them.
Yeah. I wasn't sure if it
Um
was everyone, but I remember for sure like Kohaku and Chrome doing it.
it's Kohaku, Chrome, Suika, Senku, I think Gen was doing it,
Of course.
and Ryusui wasn't doing it. He was just doing his classic grin.
Of course.
But yeah, so that is definitely Byakuya, but I don't know if they bring him back.
Well, did you also so during the
I
time
listened to it.
yeah, and
I listened.
he's like, "Oh, like they had referred to it. Or they had given him a nickname or whatever." Like it's all like referring to it in the past.
I get that, but also I just feel like because I get bringing people back who died and like who were petrified and then like they couldn't save. I get that, but Byakuya lived his life. He lived his full life on Earth and died of natural causes.
Yeah, but what if Senku saves him from being alone? Well, no, he wasn't alone, but like saves him from that death.
I mean, he could, but I feel like if you do that, then you're creating a paradox. Because if he saves him before the petrification, he
Yeah,
never goes up.
I wasn't quite sure how all of that worked. Because if they go back in time to save everyone, then
Well, my
doesn't
thought is
that
that if they save people that died, then it doesn't change anything because they died.
like
Like my thought is, well, my thought is that if they go back, they're saving people like seconds after the petrification. So like they can't have changed anything because they were stone.
but like so why couldn't they go back and to where Byakuya and the space crew came back to Earth from the
Because
shuttle?
then Ishigami Village never starts.
And that's where the paradox begins. I see.
Yeah, like the whole
Alternate
yeah.
worlds, universes,
So
parallel
maybe they
universes.
do, but I'm just saying saving him or anyone from that crew instantly creates the paradox of, well, then Ishigami Village never starts. He never meets Gohaku. He never meets Ruri. He never is able to beat Tsukasa. Like, it creates a huge paradox.
Maybe he doesn't get, but that's just a theory. An
An
anime
anime
theory.
theory. So, first two. All right, so standard two questions, okay?
Mm-hmm.
What do you rate the anime? This
10.
final core of part of season 4.
And I
Okay.
cried.
I say 8.
I cried that it was over. I'm sad that it's over.
That's fair. I wish it didn't end either, but I mean, also it had to end at some point.
Did it? Did it though?
Yes.
They built a
Yes.
time machine. There's infinite possibilities right now.
Look, the best things end at some point. One Piece.
Ah, don't even mention One Piece. It's ending soon and I don't want to talk about it. Ah.
So, okay, so you rated 10, I rated 8. Fair enough. I'm rating it 8 because
Actually,
this
yeah.
core, this core, its pacing is all over the place.
Yes. That I was gonna ask to like lower my thing because of the pacing. It was so rushed.
That pacing, like it got better towards the end, but that start, like basically everything leading up to the rocket testing, I feel was just like it felt like I was watching an anime at like 100 times speed. Like it felt like there were so many things missing, but at the same time, I also know that's not the anime's fault. That's the manga's fault. Because apparently the manga is also exactly like this at the end.
Like they totally could have just like extended it. Like they could have changed it and strayed a little bit from the manga to make it more watchable.
Yeah, and that's why like I understand like it's not totally their fault, but I also do agree with that's like they could have done something about it. They could have made it better.
Yeah.
They could have adjusted the pacing to make it better. But oh well. And I agree with people because a point people had about why they didn't like the ending is the space in the moon section was very short considering all of the build up and like the gravity,
They were
no
there
pun
for
intended.
2 episodes. Maybe
Three
3.
actually. Three.
Bro, that is not much better.
Yeah, like for how big that is and how important it is and how much gravity that is, pun intended, um it it felt very short.
Yeah.
And that's like those are kind of why I'm giving it like an 8. I do love Dr.Stone. It's easily one of my favorite animes of all time. But that ending just felt very rushed considering all of the build-up we've had for the past 7 years.
True, the whole point was to go to Y-Man. They saw him for 3 episodes.
Well, half the
Half
series
the
was
show
about
was
getting to
about
Wyman.
Y-Man, yeah.
Yeah. The other half was figure out why the fuck they got turned to stone.
Which was Y-Man.
But yeah, well, it was Medusa specifically.
Potato.
True, same thing. So yeah, that's why I gave it an 8.
That's fair. I can understand this.
And you said you give it a 10?
No, I changed my mind. I think 8 is a...
That's yeah. Is there anything you'd like to add to your reaction to the series finale?
It was amazing, and I'm gonna rewatch it probably.
Fair.
Be 80 years old on my deathbed. I'm gonna be like, nurse, put on Dr. Stone, please.
I want to watch the final episode of my last moment.
It has to be.
I'm surprised you wouldn't just watch One Piece or Naruto in your final moments.
They're too long.
Yeah,
Not for
but
my
those
final
were just
moments. In my final moments, I'd be too I'd be like, wait, what just happened? You know?
But surely by that point, you had watched Naruto and One Piece so much that you would just know.
Potentially. I actually haven't even rewatched One Piece.
Well, that's fair because it is still going.
Yeah, but like they've taken so many hiatus.
That's yeah.
So many hiatus.
Okay, so second question about Dr. Stone. Final thing. Well, actually, maybe okay. Well, so at the end it said, end and then to be continued.
Yes.
I assume the to be continued thing is going to be about the special spinoff chapters.
You think so? What if it's like legit continuation, like whole new?
Maybe, but at the same time, I haven't heard about the mangaka doing anything new, like making a sequel.
I mean, there's some animes out there without a manga.
That's true, but I feel like we would have heard something by now if they put that in there. I feel like they would have said like, "Hey, we're gonna make a sequel to of Dr. Stone, completely without a manga."
Yeah, that's fair.
So I feel like the to be continued will probably be the spin-off chapters. And seeing that's 9 chapters, it'll probably be like a movie, or maybe just a long episode, or like a 2 or 3 episode special kind of deal. So,
honestly,
when do
I'd
you
be
think
happy
that
with
would
a
come
movie.
out? Yeah, a movie I think would work. Yeah. When do you think that will come out? If it ever comes out, I assume it will. I think 27, maybe 28. Because it's only I get it's a movie, but
this studio
I think
procrastinates.
true, but also I feel like since it's a movie, it should be okay. Might be ignorant to say this, but I feel like a movie will be a little easier than a season.
That's fair.
Because it's less minutes of animation they have to do.
Right, we're talking maybe 4 episodes as opposed to or
Yeah.
24, whatever it is. No, Dr. Stone does 13.
Well, yeah, 13. But yeah, 12, 13. But yeah, so I think like maybe next year, maybe 2028, depending like, how long it takes. But I hope we get it because I would really like to see what they do in these spinoffs.
Right.
Without having to read the manga.
Yeah.
Even though you maybe already spoiled it, Kieran. Thanks.
Honestly, I've been thinking about picking up some manga. I might pick up Dr. Stone.
Okay, if you do, don't spoil it. If you do, I will spoil One Piece to you.
Wow. See, that's I have to. That's messed up because I have to be like, I know for a fact, as soon as that episode comes out, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
The One Piece
Absolutely.
is real. The One Piece is revealed. Literally,
Or
like
fake.
like so and so years, like 30 years, 40 years of waiting, like whatever.
Yeah.
But I know I'm gonna be caught up, and right now I'm not caught up. They're in Elbaf right now. Land
That
of the
means nothing to
Giants.
me.
Little One Piece.
Yeah. One day I'll watch it, maybe.
When it's out. When you're on your deathbed. Oh yeah, there's nothing else to do. Kieran, let's see. Let's see what he was talking about.
Yeah. I'll get to episode 5, but oh fuck, Kieran. I'll meet you in heaven, be like, man, I tried. I started it. I tried, man. I'm sorry. Okay, so that is Dr. Stone's series finale. Sad to see it go.
Yes, really sad to see it. But also,
I'm
gonna see it again. So
yeah, you'll just rewatch it. I probably won't rewatch it unless a special thing comes out. Then I might rewatch season 4.
You'll never rewatch it.
There's too many other animes to watch, man.
But you gotta go back to your roots.
No, I have too much other shit to watch.
Crazy.
Brother, I have to still watch all of Naruto, One Piece, Bleach.
Gods.
I gotta watch all of these famous anime that everyone has seen.
For those like big ones, you could low key just throw those on while you do it.
We'll see. I like to actually absorb anime, unlike you, Kieran.
No, I do too, but like short, for long ones,
Nippon.
there's so much filler.
Nippon.
Nippon's political is different.
I'm gonna use that against you for the rest of the time.
Nippon's political.
Sure. Keep telling yourself that. But yeah, so I don't really rewatch stuff. Not really. I used to, but I tried to just always move on to new things. Always watch new things.
That's fair.
So that is our anime section done. God,
it was a wonderful season.
It was a beautiful season. All 3 of them are amazing. Well, out of curiosity,
yep.
What was your favorite of the 3 to watch this season?
If I'm taking it just for the seasons, if I'm not counting any other Dr. Stone, just this Dr. Stone season, I'm gonna say Witch Hat.
Ooh, okay.
Witch Hat would be my favorite one of my favorite season to come out of the what is a spring anime?
Yes, spring.
I think that would be my favorite one.
That's fair. See, I'm as much as I love Dr. Stone, I do think this season, compared to the other stuff we watch, is not as good. And I'm very much split between Witch Hat and Nippon. I can't pick. Maybe I might give it to Nippon a little bit, just because I loved how different it was.
That's fair.
Just how different it was to like anything I've, because watching like Witch Hat and Dr.Stone, not to say they're like basic animes, but they're not doing things that out of the box.
Right.
Whereas Nippon, I feel like really did really said, "Hey, let's just try some things that are not anime, not like normal anime stuff," and it worked. So that's what gives me the edge over Witch Hat for me. But I can understand if Witch Hat's your favorite anime of the season because it was really good.
I loved it.
It was very good.
Pretty.
It was beautiful, very beautifully animated.
And
So,
the story.
Yeah, and the story is very interesting. The world is very interesting. This in general.
Yes.
But that was our anime section. So now we move on to our gaming section.
Dun dun dun.
Now there weren't a lot of game releases that were that interesting. The most interesting being Star Fox. The fifth remix of Star Fox was released.
Oh, I actually saw that on the store the other day.
For Switch 2 exclusive.
Yep.
I've heard pretty good things. What is surprising about it is apparently the multiplayer is actually pretty good. Like, way better than people expected.
Really?
I also didn't even know it had multiplayer, so...
Yeah, not gonna lie, neither did I.
But that's cool to hear. It seemed to be a 4v4 multiplayer. And yeah, I don't know much about Star Fox, so don't have much else to say about it, but it looked good. Yeah. Also, apparently, Keon, you know about the game chat thing on Switch too?
Yes.
You know how I told you about how like it has like you can buy a webcam for it, and then you could actually have like your camera on game chat.
Oh yeah.
So, if I remember hearing right, on Star Fox, and you're playing multiplayer with like your friends, when you're playing Star Fox and like another character talks, like one of your friends, like one of the other game character friends talks, their screen pops up with them like a webcam almost. Apparently, if you're playing multiplayer with your friends and you're all on the same team, if their cameras will take place of those other characters' webcams.
That's sick.
It is pretty cool. It's a very nice touch. I'll give him that.
That's pretty cool. Also
found out though, it's a very short game. Like less than 10 hours.
Wait,
and it is less than 10.
Really?
And it is $50. Which in this day and age is actually pretty cheap. Sadly.
For less than 10 hours of gameplay?
Of the story. But remember, there's some multiplayer attached.
I get.
But also, it's not full price. It's also not full priced. Which is saying something in this day and age.
True.
So, yeah. That's like the only really notable game release. So now we move on to the news of the week. First off, Black Ops 1 and 2 are being ported to the PS5. And also, yes.
Wait, does that mean servers are going back online?
They are remaking servers with those ports and they will be installing like their anti-cheat, like current anti-cheat systems. So they should be so they should be cheater free or hacker free.
For Black Ops 2 and 1.
1 and 2, yes.
Get the fuck. I'm buying them.
For PS5. PS5.
I'm buying.
And also, even crazier, which is impressive, The emblem creator will also be returning in Black Ops 1 and 2 PS5 ports.
No.
Which
that might go away real quick.
I don't know how I feel about it. I think it's cool it's being brought back, but also the internet's not the same as it used to be, and I don't know if it's ready for that. Because if you weren't around back then to see the kind of things people made for their emblem on Black Ops 1 and 2, you're not gonna understand. But just know the internet today is not gonna be ready for the shit people will make. So that's something. That was
get taken away real quick.
It might, yeah. Or it could get heavily restricted.
Yeah.
It might become a more like today's standard emblem creator, where it's just like you have these shapes, you have these colors. Good.
Yep.
But yeah, so that's that got announced. We'll see how that goes. Also, Steam machine prices got announced. Have you heard them, Kieran?
I think so. They're like over 1,000, aren't they?
All right, I have all of the prices noted. Okay. The Steam Machine 512 gigabyte model is how much do you think?
1,000 buckaroo.
1,049.
More than 1,000 buckaroo.
And hey, just so you know, that doesn't include the controller.
What?
Yeah.
They can sell a system that doesn't include the controller?
Hey, yeah.
What?
Yeah. They don't have to, but they usually just do it because it's like, fuck it. It's just like, oh, the controllers are cheap. Easy.
Over $1,000.
No without controller. A controller. And for 512 gigs. Not even the terabyte version.
That's not even the biggest version. No controller.
Second one, okay? The Steam Machine with the Steam controller is how much do you think is the controller? Well, how much do you think it is with the controller added?
How much with the controller added?
Yeah.
Is this some like insane? If it's more than $100, I'm gonna be upset.
It's not over 100.
Okay.
It is 1,128.
Is that not more than 1,000? Not more than 100?
It is 79 more.
Oh my god, 79 more.
If you want to have the controller bought with it when you buy it.
$80 controller.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And then this is also still the 500 gig model, Kieran.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Finally, what do you think the 2 terabyte model with controller is?
I'm gonna say 1,500 at this rate.
Ooh, overshot. It is 1,428.
I barely overshot. What do you mean? What do you mean? That's crazy.
Yes. For a console that you connect to either your to your TV.
Wow.
Because you're not going to connect to your
TV
laptop.
not included, by the way.
Well, yeah, but I mean, yeah. But yeah, so those got announced. Yeah. Also, hey, good news, everyone. The Steam Machine comes out today. Well, the 29th of June.
Update, I'm never getting this.
Well, so obviously the prices of these are going to be like this because part prices are so high, specifically memory and like GPU and CPU. So that's why they're so high. So it's not a good time to release it, but also they're not going to just sit on a release until prices go down because prices aren't projected to go down until 2028, like fall 2028.
2028?
Yes.
Yikes.
Yeah. So this is not a great time to reveal it, but also they don't really have a choice.
Right.
Also, I didn't know about this till Julian and I talked about it. Apparently, the Steam Machine runs as well as the PS5.
Runs as well as a PS5?
Yes, and the PS5 is cheaper.
Is this a bad time to... Oh, yeah. It's half the price.
No, not half.
You sure?
I will double check PS5 prices, but I'm like 99% sure PS5 prices are like 600, 700.
Well, even at $600, that's still half of
Well,
the good Steam Machine.
Of the 2 terabyte, yes. With a controller, remember. Take
With the
off
controller.
like $80 and it's like 1,300 something.
With the controller.
But yeah, and the PS5 Pro, which is still cheaper than the base Steam Machine, runs better than the Steam Machine. Yeah.
Bad time to say my PS5's been loud as heck.
Well, PS5s in general are loud, but not great also to hear.
Oh no, it's like the disc tray maybe. Like, it's loud. It's not a good loud. Not the fan loud either.
A PS5 Pro, Kieran, is $900.
And it's still cheaper.
The base, yes. Yes. It was also recently, this is not like gaming news, but I found it funny, is a tech YouTuber made their own PC console. It was cheaper than the Steam, about the same price as the Steam Machine, but ran better than it.
Really?
Or ran at least better than the PS5. So, yeah. That's yeah.
I believe it.
Yeah. So that's Steam Machine news. I'm not going to get one because if I use Steam, I'm on my computer. I'm not going to play Steam on my TV, which I don't use ever. So,
valid.
Yeah. Other console news: Xbox consoles are also going up in price. They announced price hikes across all of their consoles, which I also do have noted down. So, Karen, let's play if you can guess the price hike. The Xbox Series X 1 terabyte model, it was $649. What do you think it is now?
700.
Nope, 800.
Oh.
Yeah. 800. Yeah.
Why are they raising prices?
Again, like my memory part cost, they've gone up by 2.5 times since last time they raised prices.
Wow.
Yeah. It's not good. Remember how earlier today Julian was like, "Hey guys, we're going into a Great Depression for tech." He was not wrong.
Not exaggerating.
Yes. Okay. Next, the Series X 1 terabyte digital model without the disc tray, or no disc. That was $599. What did it go to now?
700.
Incorrect. 750.
Great heavens.
Yeah.
Heavens.
Next, the Series S 1 terabyte model. This is the more performance-based Xbox console, and also cheaper. It was $449. What did it go up to? No. It's $599.
This is about the average price. That's about a normal console price.
Yes, but this console was released as like a cheaper, more performance. Like it's not as strong as a Series X.
Oh. See, when you said performance, I thought you meant it was made for better performance.
Well, what's made to like it's not as good as a Series X, but it's cheaper. It is now the same price as Series X was. Yeah. Next, the Series S 500 gig model. So the same thing, but half the space. It was $400. What is it now?
600.
Overshot 500. And yeah, so that's all the price increases that you had. And in the statement they made to talk about this, they did tell people they were sorry that they're doing this, but they literally have no choice because the part in prices are just going up that much.
Mm-hmm.
But to also help with these console price increases, they've announced that they have a plan to help consumers buy their consoles. They are introducing financing plans to buy their consoles. Yes. If you buy a console digitally and have it shipped to you, you can talk to them about financing it through them or Amazon.
Wow.
And you can take up to a year to pay it off with no interest. As long as you pay it off within that year.
I'm gonna point out, I've said it before and I've said it and I'll say it again. We are heading straight to the cyberpunk verse.
Yeah.
Like straight shot. Good gods.
Yeah.
Financing a console?
Yeah. It's cool they're doing it, but it's incredibly depressing that they have to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because like the way they're doing it is like, hey, you can take up to a whole year to pay off the console. Any more than that, and then we'll start adding interest. But if you do it within a year, we won't. Which is really cool, but God, that's depressing. Yeah. So that leads you to a question, Kieran. Next-gen consoles are slated both by Xbox and PlayStation to come out of fall next year. What the fuck kind of price do you think they're gonna have?
Atrocious ones that I will not pay.
Give me a ballpark. What do you think they're gonna be?
If things stay the same, like no change, they're gonna be around $2,000.
So keep in mind the PS5 Pro is $900. The Xbox Series X is $800, and that's like the strongest one Xbox has.
Right, but in a year,
where prices might go up more, what do you think the next generation of consoles are going to cost? You think 2,000?
yeah. Because A, inflation, and then B, if it's I assume that it's gonna be newer tech, newer chips.
They're going to be stronger. They're going to be better. Yeah.
Right. They're definitely gonna charge way more. Especially with.
I think they're going to cost 1,400 to 1,600.
That's people's rent, by the way.
Yes. Yeah. That is. I hate saying this, but it is true. Gaming is now a luxury.
Don't like that.
Yeah, it hurts to say. It hurts to think about. Yeah. Yeah, that is painful. It truly hurts. That severely hurts. But it's true.
That's crazy.
So, moving on from that depressing thought and depressing statement, GTA 6 prices have been announced, pre-orders have opened, and they have made some decisions that we're going to talk about. First, the price. Have you seen them?
Vaguely.
So base edition will be $80.
I did see that.
Which the only game so far, AAA game, that had a base game worth that much was Mario Kart World Physical Edition.
But there is no physical edition for GTA 6.
Yes, the digital, or technically there is, Kieran. It's just also a digital code.
Yes.
They are both the same price.
You get the physical case with a physical paper that says your code for your digital game.
Yes. Also, Mario Kart, but so the only game, Mario Kart World, was the only other game to price itself at $80 at launch, like a AAA game, but it only did it for the physical edition, not the digital. Digital was priced at $70. GTA 6 doing this basically kicks down the door for every other AAA company to release their AAA games at $80.
Yeah.
Let me remind people that the $70 increase, the increase to $70 AAA games happened maybe 5 years ago.
I think it was
Didn't
sooner
happen
than
that. It might be, but I'm just saying it usually takes about a decade for prices to go up by 10. We've done that in half the time. Painful. And but GTA 6 also has an Ultimate Edition, which has been priced at $100.
Which, how does that work? What's the difference between the Ultimate and the base form? If there's also like if all there is the story.
Oh, buddy. We're gonna get into that now. So, some features of GTA 6 are locked behind the Ultimate Edition. These include some of the mod shops that carry special customizations for off-road vehicles. Some tattoo shops that carry special tattoos for Jake and Lucia. Some gang hideouts. And the biggest one of all, some quest lines that unlock unique vehicles. Yes. It is not many other games have done this, specifically AAA games. The only other one to do this was Hogwarts Legacy. Back when it first released, they eventually changed this, but back then they did do that. So if you want full access to the single player game, you will have to fork out over another $20 on top of the $80 you're already spending.
That's insane.
Yeah.
This is an insane money grab.
But you say that, if any company could get away with it, it is Rockstar and Take-Two.
This could genuinely be worse than the Cyberpunk launch and be the worst game we've ever seen in the last 10 years. And they just walk away with billions of dollars because we were all gullible.
Some people have joked that the money Rockstar and Take-Two are going to make from the pre-orders and the sales of GTA 6 alone is enough for them to buy a country. And people have made that joke a lot. I don't think it's a joke. I think that's true. They could legitimately do that because GTA companies are shutting down businesses the week of the launch.
Yeah.
Because all of their employees have said, hey, I'm taking this day off for personal reasons, aka to play GTA 6. So, yeah. Like, in the past, we have joked about, when GTA 6 releases, society's going to pause for a couple of days. That's not a joke. That is true. GTA 6 is going to halt the world while everyone enjoys this game.
See, and it's not, and because it's been so hyped, and I've been hearing about this game since I was in elementary school. Literally
Yes.
still in elementary school. I don't think no matter they could even if they made the game flawlessly, people would still be unhappy.
Well, yeah, but
Like they would
that's true
find
with any
reasons
game.
to.
That's true with any game, though. Not GTA, not just GTA 6. That could happen with any game.
True.
What could happen with GTA 6 that won't happen with other games is it could run like Cyberpunk did at its launch, but people will still say it's the most amazing game in the world because it's GTA 6.
Do you think if it did run like Cyberpunk that they would fix it or no?
They would, because their reputation would be on the line, but they would still sell like hotcakes. People will see and hear like, oh, the game runs poorly online before they buy it, and they will still buy it because it's GTA 6.
Right.
So yeah. And of course you touched on earlier that GTA 6 will kind of not have a physical edition. There won't be any disc. There will be physical editions, but there won't be a disc inside. It will just be a code. And I have a funny story about that because recently, PlayStation did some promotions for GTA 6 on X, the everything app, Twitter. And on these promotions, they showed a picture of GTA 6 with the PlayStation console. Well, an hour after they were posted, they got taken down. No one could figure out why until an hour later, they got reposted. But something had been changed. Specifically the PlayStation console. Because they changed it to the discless version of the PlayStation console because GTA 6 does not require a disc.
Wow. Went that far?
Well, they didn't want to mislead customers into thinking they needed to buy the disc version of the PlayStation when they could just buy the discless PS5 for it. Because PlayStation and Xbox both know people will buy consoles if they don't already have one just for GTA 6.
Right.
So PlayStation and Xbox are going to start ramping up promotions for it, and they don't want to mislead people into thinking, "Oh, I need this more expensive console because it needs a disc I need the disc drive."
I really don't like that there is no physical disc.
I agree. Before that got announced, I had been planning like, oh, I'll pre-order it from GameStop. I'll go the night of. I'll pick it up. I'll drive home and play it.
Mm-hmm.
But now that I know it's going to be just digital, I'm just going to pre-order it digitally the week before. Pre-install it because that is also a thing. The week before the launches, you can pre-install it on your console so that way you're ready to play it the second it's available.
Wait, hold on though. Isn't it? I heard things about it being like you need 500 gigs.
We don't know the size yet. That has not been released. Any info you see of that, it is either rumors or supposed leaks.
Okay.
They have not announced the size of the game yet. We do not know.
I see.
But yeah, lots of GTA 6 news came out. A lot of it very much not great, gonna be honest. But yeah. So I'm gonna pre-order it still. I have to. GTA is like one of my top 3 favorite game franchises. I have to. Are you gonna pre-order it on PlayStation?
Probably not. Not gonna.
That's fair. Don't worry. I'll tell you.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna wait, see if it is a Cyberpunk situation. If the game is just unplayable at release, and then if it is good though, I'll get it, but I won't pre-order.
That's fair. Don't worry. I'll tell you guys exactly how it is because I'm getting it day one and I'm playing it day one.
That's fair. Isn't Julian also getting it day one?
No. He has already said he's not going to getting it until it comes to PC.
Well, it comes to PC, really.
He has said that. Whether he sticks with that, we'll see. But yeah, he has already said he's not getting it day one.
Wow. Kind
So yeah.
shocking.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised, but also not. So that's a majority. I have two more things, and then I'm done with my gaming stuff for the day, for the week. Assassin's Creed Shadows released their final story DLC. Finally tying off that game.
Nice.
Came out with mixed reactions, so that sucks, but oh well. Does mean that we now look forward to future Assassin's Creed games, specifically the Assassin's Creed game that is going to be based around the witch trials. So that'll be interesting. And also, I've heard people talk about a supposed multiplayer Assassin's Creed game that's coming out. It's before that. So maybe that comes out. I probably won't get it, but maybe it's good. Yeah. It's been out. It's been a thing before. Like Unity had it. It's interesting. It's I don't know how I feel about it. It's not. I don't think it's my kind of multiplayer, but oh well. And then my final thing is: have you heard of a game called the Dusk Bloods?
Dusk Bloods?
Yes. Okay. It is a Switch exclusive. Maybe a Switch 2 exclusive. From maybe. I forget which if it's just a Switch in general or Switch 2. But do you know who From Software is? They are the people behind the Souls games, like Dark Souls.
God, is Duskblood the Souls?
Well, that's the thing. It's okay. Let me try and explain this. Okay, so from what we've seen, it seems like it's a multiplayer game. First off, but it's not a co-op multiplayer. It's a multiplayer. And it looks like, because we haven't seen much on it yet, it looks like it's an extraction / battle royale mix that's PvP PvE.
But it's a soul. What?
Yeah, it's very. Have you seen Bloodborne?
Yes.
It aesthetically looks like that. And it's from software, so you imagine it's going to play at least somewhat like a Souls-like, because that's all they've really done. But it is a multiplayer extraction battle royale.
Interesting.
It's very just different and out of left field.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, I really I have seen this game before, but I just had to bring it up because people started talking about it again. I thought, God, this is the most confusing thing I've seen in a while. But yeah, that comes out sometime this year. Don't know when. I imagine a lot of Bloodborne fans will probably play it because they haven't had a Bloodborne thing in a long time. But I also know if you want to play Dustbloods on the Switch 2, because it is Switch 2, you have to buy a Switch 2, a Pro Controller, because no way you're gonna fucking play it with the Joy-Cons, a Switch 2 online subscription, and then the game. You're looking at about, I think it comes out to like $700-ish to play it if you don't have a Switch 2 already.
Oh yikes!
Yeah. Yeah. God, I'm just.
Too.
Yeah. And you have a Switch Online subscription. You just need the Pro Controller.
True. I mean, I have like the
For a Souls game, could you?
anal beat.
Play Dark Souls and tell me that.
Do you one better? I'll beat Elden Ring in the first try.
No.
I lied. I can't do that.
Sure. But that is everything I have for gaming. Do you have any gaming news that you've picked up?
I do not.
Fair
All
enough.
my gaming news, mainly all of our announcements and stuff that we went over.
Fair, which was 2 weeks ago.
Oopsies.
Yeah.
Please.
That's fine. But yeah, I think that's everything I have.
And that's a wrap for this week's episode of Level Up Labs. Next week, we'll go over some of the most popular anime and cover the latest gaming news. Thanks for listening, thanks for being here, and thanks for pretending we know what we're talking about. I'm Kieran, and he's Jack, and we'll catch you in the next one.